We don't do any other subjects except science, engineering, technology. Those are the subjects that we do. We are a research-intensive university. How do you achieve intensiveness? All our staff members, without fail, they must have a PhD, because a PhD is a research degree. And therefore, that's why we are a research-intensive university. We have been set up this way so that we can meaningfully contribute to the economic transformation of this country. It is expected of us to come with products and services that can change the lives of Botswana, that can make a contribution in the global transformation, in the global changes. But as a university, we have been established by an Act of Parliament in 2005. We became operational in Palape in 2012. And therefore, 2022 actually is the year when we turned 10 years. But the celebration is done this year. Now, first of all, let me go into what drives us. We are driven by mainly 3 pillars. And these are: 1, academic excellence. Number 2, we want to be a university of industries. Number 3, we have been set up by the people of Botswana, and therefore we must all the time be socially relevant. These are the pillars that are driving us. And if you look at academic excellence, all our degree programs, they are fully accredited by the Botswana Qualification Authority because they are engineering. They are also accredited by the Engineering Registration Board of Botswana. But we go beyond that and say, these young people, as we prepare them, where else can they work? The big market is close to us, is South Africa. And therefore, the programs that we run, they must be accredited by what we refer to as the Engineering Council of South Africa. And then once we have ERB, and you also have EXA, that's what you call it, then you can get a 3rd stamp on your qualification, which is the Washington Protocol. And as you get the Washington Protocol, it means that the world is at your feet. You can go and work anywhere in the world. And that's what we want. Because as we produce these young engineers and technologists and scientists, we are not just saying they are going to go into Botswana market. They haven't been there yet. It's small. It's small. But they must target the globe. That's why our degrees are globalized. And these young people, when they are trained, and I want to mention this today, other than engineering, technology, and science subjects, they are given 15% of non-science subjects, 15%. And these subjects are subjects like economics, project management, business. Because, they are going to work in society, and therefore they have to know the skills of working in society, of setting up their own enterprises. And the emphasis is, when you graduate, don't look for a job. Go and set up your own enterprise. Be able to employ yourself as well as employ fellow Botswana. And we have examples as we speak. If you look at Biust1, it's a company set up by a young Botswana called Biust1. He's an energy engineer. He's employing himself and fellow Botswana. Drones for Africa, set up by a young lady Botswana, Marambaka. She is employing herself and also fellow Botswana.
And also creating a value chain as well, because
and creating,
it's not only about employing them, but creating more business.
Absolutely. Now, my point is here. Look, this country or this economy was sustained for many years by minerals, by the mining sector. We are saying, in the true spirit of diversification of Botswana's economy, that as these young people go into the economy with their small, medium enterprises, they are helping with the diversification of Botswana's economy. And now, if the mines the graph of the mine is going down like this, there will be many, many small, medium enterprises that will sustain our economy, that will create more jobs. And that is how it is done in other countries. You have more SMMEs so that they can create more jobs and have sustainability of the economy. I want to make my other point. This This nation is saying, look, we have to transition from where we are, a natural-based economy to a knowledge-based economy. How do you do that? You must have a critical mass of young scientists and engineers with the knowledge, with the innovation, with the creation to make a difference. Otherwise, we will just be talking about a knowledge-based economy without having people with the knowledge to make that difference that we want. We want people to generate knowledge so that other nations can come to Botswana and buy that knowledge.
Which then brings us to the second part of your pillars, which is industry. Industry linkages, or linking the university and the industry, has always been a difficult thing to do in the Botswana context. Because much as things are done, but when you try to ask someone, are you buying the service in the university, or are you working in the university for research, you hardly get the story clearly. How are you working with the industry to make sure that it's plugged in the university and the university is plugged back into the industry?
This is where it starts. From the beginning, as we conceptualize our programs, our qualifications, the industry has to be there. It has to play a part. They play a part in being our advisors. They play a part in advisory groups, designing, let's say, mining engineering. People from Botswana, from Murukule Gold Mine, from Morapa, from Johnny, they will participate. Why is it that they want to participate? They participate so that they can guarantee and they can assure themselves that whatever is being produced at Biust will be relevant to the industry. That's number one. Number two, we are making sure that we are together with industry by making sure that our young people go and spend about 6 months with the industry. And the industrial people, the industrial expert will supervise them. They will write reports about them so that by the time when they graduate, they wouldn't say, where do they come from? They were part and parcel of our preparation. Number three, we do research. And research that we do, it has to be industry specific. As an example, we are carrying out a research on coal characterization. Where does coal come from? It comes from Morukole, which is just next door. And for us to characterize and say, what is it that we can do to achieve a clean coal, rather than coal that pollutes the environment and the environmentalists will be on us. We have to work hand in glove to make sure that there is better ways of making sure that the emissions are reduced. And as the emissions are reduced, it means that you are burning in a better way. And there are many ways, means and ways of doing that, and you're working with them. We were working also, as an example, with the Botswana Biust1, and I've been allowed to say. And these are called unmanned vehicles, drones or some sorts. And we have worked with the Botswana Biust1, we have worked with the officers, and we graduated them last year, about 8 of them. And
so we are coming with nice military technology.
Yes.
Okay.
Military technology is coming from your university, Biust. And I think it's a good thing. We are also working not only with the Botswana-based companies, we are also working with other companies. I'll give you an example. AV Technologies from the Netherlands. We are working with that company on drain technologies. They manufacture frames, these small planes. We provide the intelligence. Okay. And with that, we have flown drones from Biust, from our drone pads from Biust to the neighboring villages, Bumalaka, Bumupare, Bupiligwe. You know what we are doing? We are delivering medical supplies. We are delivering medical supplies to show a proof of concept, to demonstrate that it can work. Partnerships can work. Working with others, it becomes a strength. And we are able to access parts of the country that are inaccessible. Maybe it will take a day or two to take medical supplies to a very rural place in this country. But now, with the technologies, because we believe in being a university of industry, we are saying we will partner with industries to make a difference in the lives of Botswana.
Okay.
The third pillar.
So which then comes to this part. Obviously, we want to transform the lives of Botswana, we want to contribute to the development of the country. Botswana is known now, thanks to the BS deal, even more than we were, that we have control of the mining sector on the business side. Technology side, how are we doing?
We are doing well. We are doing well. I'll give you an example of why I'm saying this. You know, at Biust, we even have a patent for a diamond sorting machine
Locally conceptual.
from Biust. And it is patented here in Botswana, in China, in Russia, in USA. Yes, technology-wise, we are coming up to make sure that the things that are so germane to us, they can be protected. That machine is already patented, and it is done by a professor at Biust. And there will be many more other technologies that are going to follow insofar as minerals are concerned. I just mentioned clean technologies for coal. I'm mentioning what is it that we can do with the wastewater in the mine, because there is a lot of wastewater. There is a lot of seepage. There is a lot about learning about slopes. What is it that we can do to make sure that there are no mine slumps? You have to do a lot of research. So these are technologies that we are currently working with Biust1. We are working with the Morupule coal mine. We are working with the Biust Mining Center, because we can't do it alone. Nowadays, it's about partnerships. We have to leverage on the expertise and skills of those that they have, the skills that others have. For instance, Biust is in a mining agriculture industry. They have got many